We found some monster bears already.
Corey and I have finally sat down on our first bear stand in 2022. I can't believe this is happening. I'm shaking.
What did you think when I called you yesterday morning? I'm like, hey, you want to come to sit in a bear cage with me all day?
Never been out in the wilderness like this, seeing animals that wild, that up close.
Here he comes.
It was magic.
Scorpion Optics presents How to Hunt with Ryan Kohler. Brought to you by Scorpion Outdoors. Annihilator Broadheads. Hornady. Wild TV Plus. And these fine sponsors.
QuietKat is the best hunting and overlanding e-bike in the world. Created from the bottom up to be overbuilt and overpowered. Don't be fooled by imitations. QuietKat, where the road ends, the adventure begins.
Okay, Corey and I just got back to this bait. I baited it, I guess, a week ago. And I baited it really, really heavy. And you can see that it snowed, I think, about 8 inches here. We've got, like, what looks like a pretty decent bear here. The prints are pretty good. This barrel, I don't think it was bent like that. I think he did that.
We found some monster bears already. So we're pretty excited because we're gonna smoke a big one tomorrow night in the snow. How cool would that be? We've got one bear we call the gorilla that we know from last year that's there, and then we got this other bear that's on a bait with him, and we're calling him the polar bear because he looks like a polar bear. He's that big. And then we've got another big Pope and Young, so we're just stacked right now.
Corey and I have finally sat down on our first bear stand in 2022. There's 3 bears on this bait. 2 of them are monsters. Last week we got the new Annihilators in, and they're 100 green, but like a wider cutting diameter, so it's a bigger cut. So we're gonna try those out on these big bears. It's our first sit, and it's raining, it's snowing, and there's snow everywhere. That's just weird. There's a big shooter here. Maybe we'll see him. We just had a small bear kind of come in behind us. It just kind of walked around us downwind, didn't want to come in at all. And then Corey saw another bear in front of us, but it just kind of walked by, didn't want to come in either. The first one was a small one. The one Corey saw, we don't know, we didn't identify it. 2 huge monsters here. What are the odds that might have been one of them?
Well, we saw 1 bear tonight, and we know there's 2 more bears on a different bait, for sure. And it's just a matter of time before the big guys show up.
So I passed on this bear last year, D8. Well, we just had the D8 come in, and I tell you, it's a big bear. It is a big bear. We got to see him right by the stand. And if Corey wants him, he can shoot him. If not, then just let him go. On a pass. Nice bear. Next year he's gonna even be bigger. He's a real good bear. He's Pope and Young. And I think he's actually coming back right now, so it's gonna be tough to pass on him this year, but we'll see. There's an absolute monster bear below us. I can't believe this is happening. That bear is so big. I'm shaking. He's shaking.
It's done. Huge.
He's down. He's down. He's down just over there.
Corey drew on this bear last year, didn't shoot it, and then a bear came in exactly the same way, and I don't know if it's D8, but I think it's D8. I think it is.
Annihilators, broadheads, did the job again. They fly so true, and that's the key thing about broadheads. Obviously, it did its job right there. It went maybe 30 yards, a big bear. I'm wearing a full gear X right now. If I wasn't wearing it, Ryan wasn't wearing these X, this bear would have been off. He didn't care that we're here.
We had a bear coming in at about 80 yards about a half an hour ago. There's a bear down at 40 yards, and that's a big load of bear. The crazy thing is half that bear is laying in a creek. Awesome.
Oh my goodness. That's a huge bear paw.
I'm standing in a swamp, it's in my boots, it's everywhere. This was a tough extraction. So anyway, huge bear in there. Good job, Corey.
Thanks, Ryan.
But let's get out of here.
We got ourselves a beautiful bear, my best bear to date, and I love it. Just absolutely a beautiful bear.
Corey smashed a huge bear. And now we're gonna drink beer and skin it. Yes, we are.
What are you doing still trying to get that off? This is
Well, I don't know what's holding it.
It's been 3 hours. That's a big skull, man. Don't cut yourself, okay? Oh, wow, you did it. You did it. Good job.
What do you think, Daryl?
Can you put pretty impressive bear? Very, very lucky. Mr. Corey, congrats. Thank you, Daryl. Knuckle blood, that's awesome. Good job.
Can you grab my knife? I put it inside your bag.
In my bag?
Yeah.
Right here? Go off, you Jesus Christ.
What's the matter?
Look at Ryan caught a little birdie in the mouse trap. He thought he had a mouse in his truck.
Poor little bugger.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
We successfully skinned out Corey's bear, and now it's night number 3, I think. We've got a really nice bear on this bait, so.
It's been 3 hours. We haven't seen a single bear. Nothing coming. I'm gonna give you a tip. This tip I learned from Gunther. When you use a beaver cage, put it on the tree and make the base of the beaver cage the height of a barrel. That way, if the bear knocks over the barrel, you have another reference, the bottom of the beaver cage. This morning we got up early. We came into this bait because the giant polar bear was here at a different bait about, I don't know, I'd say about 10 kilometers away. We came in the morning at, say, 9 o'clock or whatever it was, and that bear came in instantly. It was a nice boar, probably a Pope and Young boar, but not what we're looking for. It's not the guy. The guy was here at 6:30, 7:30, but we were a little bit behind him. Hopefully he's somewhere in this forest just laying down in the sun and he decides to come for a morning bite. If he does, we're gonna see him. The bear that is coming, if he comes, it's like 3 times the size of that bear, and that was a big bear. We're waiting on this giant bear, and this limping bear just keeps coming in and stealing all our beaver. Stop eating the beaver, you jerk. Oh, there's a bunch there. The left. That's 2 bears with like super badly wounded legs. They're wounded on the same side. I don't understand that. That is so strange. I've never seen it. 2 bears wounded on the paw on the same side both. Wow.
Back at it again.
Just with Corey right now, we're baiting up this spot. It's the end of the season. We're gonna sit out the end of the rut here. There's like 7 or 8 bears on this bait for sure that Corey knows of, and a couple of shooters. We'll sit down and wait for the first few bears. They're probably gonna be here in minutes. And hopefully one of those big tanks are with one of those sows. That would be just freaking choice. We just had 2 bears walk right in under the stand. Well, one did, and the other one came to the other side. Still small bears, though. Corey and I are set up again. It's night 2. This giant bear is here. There's a big pile of poop that's on the ground already. I got another bear coming in right now. Just a small one. Oh, no, there's 2. There's 2. 2 bears coming in. They're cubs. Those are cubs. That means there's going to be a sow. Four bears on the bait. Just all little guys. Look at the big guy comes.
Corey just tried to go up the stairs. It scared me because I was like, looked up and he just looked down. He tried to go in the tree. I didn't even notice him.
This is the bear we call Monkey. He's definitely Monkey now. He's living in the tree stands. I just hope he didn't do a number 2 up there.
We're gonna bait, put everything to the side. He's gonna smell the bait, come back down out of the stand. Oh, and we're gonna come in the back way.
You're gonna wait till he goes to the bait?
Yeah.
we got the bear out of the tree. And we're hoping we see a big guy. Hoping we see a sow tonight. And then maybe a boar right after. It is insane here right now. We've counted 9 bears, at least 9 bears. We can't even keep count, and they're everywhere. They're coming up the tree. They're running. There's like 5 fights. Like there's fights in every spot around us. There's bears going back to the quad to destroy the quad. There's bears chewing on everything. There's bears just all over. Corey and I came out early. We had enough. The big guy didn't show up. Maybe he'll show up and we'll see him on the camera in 20 minutes, which would be hilarious, but that'll be his lucky night. Maybe one of these days we'll shoot that big blue whale, but not tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the bears, and we'll see you next time.
This next bit of video is of my buddy Oliver McGee. We filmed it 10 years ago. Oliver's battling cancer. I thought I'd throw it in at the end of the show here. If you're following me on Instagram, go to @Ryan T. Kohler. He's got a GoFundMe page. You can help him and his family. He's in the battle of his life. But here's a cute little video of Oliver and I from 10 years ago going to bear camp with Blair and Inchco at Twin River Outfitters in a bear cage. I hope to try the bear cage again, actually. Are you ready?
You sure it's safe?
Yeah, man, yes, it's safe. We're gonna do it. We came all the way out here. I'm going to see the bears, no matter what. I'm checking them out. You gotta come. You can't chicken out. I mean, you're like 6'5", like 280 pounds. What are you worried about?
Well, I've seen the videos on YouTube. They have bears climbing trees, chasing guys out of their tree stands. Now, have you seen what we're getting into?
Yeah, no, we gotta go. We gotta go. You can't chicken out. I'm going right now. Let's go. We're going. What did you think when I called you yesterday morning? I'm like, hey, you want to come to sit in a bear cage with me all day?
I had no idea what to think at all. I can't believe you talked me into this. I can't believe my wife let me come.
Here he comes.
So we got to the bait, and the first bear that we saw was that big boar. That was kind of freaky. I mean, we got into the cage, and it's like going into a shark cage, but you're in the wild wilderness, and then there's these bears.
Yeah, and the hole in the cage is big enough that the bear's head can fit through.
Yeah.
And there's a big, massive bear sauntering up to you. And
Be sure these bars are strong enough. Yeah.
You were scared, man. I could see your eyes were like that big. You were freaked right out.
well, yeah, you weren't scared?
Well, I mean,
I couldn't see where you were. I was
behind
watching
you.
the bear.
But it was cool.
It was really cool.
Like, he didn't really attack the cage, or he didn't like try and eat us or anything. He just came to get his food, and that was it.
No, he came in and yeah, you could tell he was a big man and he meant business. But it turned out he just wanted to get some dinner, had a little look-see over at us, and then took his rack of ribs off to chow down.
Did you check your shorts after the first bear came in?
Then when those two little bears came in, all of a sudden you sort of saw one head pop up, and then saw another one pop up over the other side. I thought we just had like a super fast bear, and all of a sudden the two of them come flying in at us.
They were like kind of freaked out at first to come in, but if we were quiet and we just sat nice, they slowly started coming in closer and closer to the food, and then they got comfortable, and then they just stayed, right? I was scared at first a little bit, but then when you kind of saw how they would come in and like eat something, they would like pick some food up and then they would go away to eat it. So if I wanted to like get out of the cage and run away, I knew I had like a time to do it in.
I was really glad there was food other than us that was there that they could eat. That was pretty helpful, I think. Once they started eating, they had nothing else on their mind at all. It was just get food in me, make a little bit of noise. I kind of glanced at you and said, hey, just leave me alone until I'm done my dinner, and then we'll get going. Never been out in the wilderness like this, seeing animals that wild, that up close. It's incredible. I was in awe of the bears. They came up and saw us there. They knew we were there, and they just sort of said, well, you know, if I wanted you for dinner, you're gonna be dinner, but they didn't seem to mind that we were there. I think it's something everyone should try, at least once.
Scorpion Optics presents How to Hunt with Ryan Kohler. Brought to you by Scorpion Outdoors. Annihilator Broadheads. Hornady. Wild TV Plus. And these fine sponsors.
Right? Did you hear that? There's a bear in the camp. We gotta get out of here.
My little bear.